Hi everybody, Rachel here from Rachthestamper.com, and I wanted to hop on here real quick. I know I haven't been on here very much. There's been a lot of stuff going on with back to school and just crazies, which happens all the time. I know I say that constantly. So again, thanks for bearing with me and always hanging in there. I am going to share today. I actually was watching a video that Angie Judah did recently, and she did, I think it was last night, a Facebook Live, and it was really cute. She made a triangle box, and I thought it would be really fun to make a milk carton box from it. Now, I didn't make an example because I was sitting here creating this, and I thought, I'm just going to go on and make it live because it'll be more fun that way. So I do have a couple pieces cut up of the Spooky, oh geez, I can't remember the name of these darn new stamp sets. Spooky Night Designer Series paper. You could make it with this if you want. It would be just a little bit flimsier of a milk box, or you could use a piece of cardstock and then we'll decorate it. So this was my practice piece that I was using. This is some really old cardstock, and this is actually, I got it from Costco. But I like to practice on this. Hey, Wisconsin, hi Susan. I like to practice on this because in case I throw it away, as you can see, I made a couple of them here. It's not really like nice paper that I feel bad throwing away. But I had made this originally and this was a little too big. And then I thought, so her box was like a triangle. It was so cute. It folded over to close and it was a really good idea. But I thought, wouldn't it be neat if you could make a milk box that was kind of small? And this is one that, well, it almost closes. Hang on. This is one that I made that was really cute, but obviously it wasn't a Halloween color. So that's what it's going to look like finished, but I thought it would be more fun to decorate it. And then I kind of had to rework it so that this would be in the back. That way it would cover the parts so the seam isn't in the front. So anyway, I reworked it, so I'm going to show you how to do it. But my point is, these pieces that I have that I practice with are 12 by 6. So they're kind of a weird size. So usually when you use a piece, it'll be like 6.5. That way it gives you enough. So I kind of had to fiddle with these, but this is going to fit. So you could make 2 of these out of one sheet of 12 by 12 if you wanted, or if you had regular cardstock. So I'm going to use Cajun Craze for this one. You just use a piece of 6 by 11 because you're not going to use the whole rest of this piece anyway. So I'm going to show you just a cute version of this, and then I'm going to give you some ideas how to decorate it. I didn't make one fully decorated, but I will put the instructions on the blog and we will go from there. So without further delay, if you haven't already, be sure you subscribe to me. I'd really appreciate it. Rach the Stamper. You can find me here on YouTube, on Instagram, on Facebook, pretty much on anywhere. And I have a blog, rachthestamper.com. But this is Cajun Craze, so 6 by 11. And what we're going to do is we're going to just do some scoring to start. So we're going to score it at 2. And then we're going to slide this up to the opposite end, and we're going to score it at 1/4 inch. Okay, and this is the way I found the easiest, so it might seem backwards, but bear with me. And then I'm going to move the score line to the 2, and we're going to score again. Okay, so that ensures that these 2 pieces are 2 inches. This one's a little bit off, and this is going to be your tab, okay? And then this is just a 2, 4, 6, 8 box, which, you know, everybody has these, I'm sure. So you're going to score it 2, 4, 6, come on, 8. I'm sorry, everything is so overloaded here. I have like no space to work with. And then you're going to cut it at 8.5. Okay, so you end up with this piece you're just going to throw away. All right, so now what you're going to do, you will need to keep your trimmer out because you're going to need to, if you can see this stack of stuff over here, it's kind of embarrassing. It's going to fall over. But you're going to need to keep this out so you can cut up your designer series paper if you want to decorate it. Totally optional. But I do find that it helps to fold your folds, and I'm going to show you why, because we have one more little thing to score. So fold all your score lines. Okay, so what did I do with my little template? Of course, I have since lost it. Here it is. This is what it's going to look like. Okay, so you have your little skinny strip over here. I did decide to keep the second tab because it kind of held the box a little bit better together. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to trim off this bottom piece. Okay, and then you're going to cut up to the score lines on these 4. Okay, and then you're going to trim off this little piece and all these 3 over here. So this little top corner, and then this whole strip here. So you're just going to leave this top strip. Okay. All right, so now one more time, we're going to go ahead and get out our trimmer. And what I'm going to tell you to do, I'm going to again tell you the way I explain it that seems good to me. So please bear with me if it doesn't make sense. So you have your little tab. And then what you're going to do is it's easier to fold this down so you get it flat. And what you're going to do is you're going to line your score line up at the 1 inch mark here and here. Okay, and then you're going to just have my stylus just give a little notch. It doesn't really matter. It's going to bend anyway, so it's not going to ruin your project. Just a little notch. You could do it with a pencil if you'd like. And then same thing again. So you're going to line it up so it's 1 inch here. You can't see it on this side, but it's 1 inch there as well. And then just give a little notch. Okay, so let's see if you can see those. There's a little notch here on the outside, blank, little notch, and then here's your tab if that helps you. So now you're just going to take a ruler and you're going to line up the corner up here and the corner down here, so corner to corner. And I find that the skinny one works a little better. So just run up on that, make a little score line. Same thing on this side. You're going to meet your corner, your notch to your corner, and then same over here. And you actually don't even have to do this if you don't want to do it this way. When you adhere it, you can kind of give it a squeeze and it will do the same thing. Okay, so let me just move this on the side. So then what I did was I did give these just a little fold. You don't have to do it with the bone folder, but just so they stay closed a little better. Okay, so now we're going to put adhesive on this whole strip right here. I would say fast fuse, tear and tape, something that's really going to stick, because if this is going to be opened and closed, it's going to be a mess. And before, I forgot one other thing. You do want to, if you want to round these corners, I know that someone borrowed my envelope punch board, so I don't have it. So this is just the Retired Project Life corner rounder. Let's see if I can do this without ruining it. And just round that. And then you're going to fold this down. Give it a good press. And then you're going to want to have your flap in the front to have the adhesive on it. Okay, so you fold your flaps in and down, just like that. Just give it a good press. And then this is going to fold in just like, oh, come on now. Might need a tiny, tiny trim off of that. Yeah, let me just trim this just a snip. Oh, and I hear my family coming in. I'm up here. The joy of live. Sorry. All right, so you're going to fold that in, and then you just fold your little flap shut. Just like that. So there you go. And then if you want, you can decorate it with the Designer Series paper. So these are cut at 1 7/8. You could put any of them on there. This particular design does go all different directions, so it doesn't really matter. But you have the cats, and you have stripes, and you have witches' hats, all kinds of little stuff you can decorate it with. This all coordinates with pumpkin pie, Cajun craze. I believe it's basic black and very vanilla. Yes. So you could use any color for your box. But again, I will put full directions and measurements and whatnot on, so you guys can make this as well. You won your soccer game. Yay, how awesome. So I'll put directions on for you guys. And I will give you also a finished product idea. But I just wanted to get on here and make this because I have been absent a little bit. So thanks y'all for sticking with me. I appreciate it. And I'd love to have a follow. So if you have someone you'd like to see this as well, you can send them my link. Thanks for watching.